Hey, good morning, everyone. Let's do a sound check, if you don't mind. Sound check. 1, 2, 1, 2, as they say. And then we can get started. So it's Anne Manera, and we are here live for another color along, or second color along from color along volume 15. And I have a couple of different things happening. Hey, good morning, everyone. This morning with my audio. I have a different microphone, and I'm hoping that it's going to work out okay. So let's see who is here with us this morning. Good morning to Lynn Miller and Sharon and Jean has joined us. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me here on YouTube. I'm just going to pop this link over on Facebook, but I will not be on Facebook while we are live this morning because it's just impossible to split yourself in two. Sound is good today. Thank you, Sharon. So I have a fancy schmancy microphone today. So I'm hoping that is going to make a world of difference. So let me just get a couple of things that I need that I don't have. How is everyone this morning? Good morning, Alice. So we're coloring with a mixed media technique this morning. So I have a bunch of stuff with me. I mean, I have markers, crayons, woodless colored pencils. I have regular colored pencil and oil pastel. So I've got the whole nine out with me today. So hey, Kerry. So we there's a couple of different things that I'm able to do with this new format, and I want to see if I can get it to happen. Are we there? We're there. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Had a little bit of a hiccup. Okay. Comments. All right, I'm not going to touch this anymore because it's just going to make a mistake. Hey, Trish, good morning all. No headache today. Thank goodness. Let's color. I agree. Okay, so we're coloring the page this morning from Color Along Volume 15. I'm happy that all of you are here with me here on YouTube, and I appreciate the follow. But just need to get a chair. Hold on. Forgot a chair. Of all things, may as well have forgotten a coloring book. Whew. Okay. So let's see. All right, we colored this one last week. This was awesome. I had a fun time coloring this, and I loved seeing everybody's finished pages from this one last week. This was really, really cool. Back up now. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Sorry about that. You know, a lot of technology happening. You know, a lot of people go live, and they're all about, I don't know. I guess there's two camps, right? Two things happening with live videos. A lot of people do live video, and they're all about just like the production side of it, right? Like the I don't know, the technology and presenting it and putting on a show and that type of thing. I am just here to color. I don't know about you, but we're just here to color. So this is my blending with colored pencils. We did this last week. What did you think about this one? Did you like this technique? This is one of my favorite ways to color, and I've been this type of technique with my new gnomes book. I've been coloring a lot of that book. I've actually started working on a second one because people kept saying you need a holiday one, mostly Kerry. Kerry kept saying you need a holiday gnomes book, so I started drawing that. And it's been a lot of fun. So this morning we are working on this page, which is mixed media this morning, which is all about these little kind of like a countdown page, but I need to pop a piece of paper behind here just so it doesn't have a doesn't affect the next page, which is on October 5th. Chalk pastels, one of my favorites. So let's see. Just kind of get myself situated, you know? It's all about getting yourself situated. So let's see what I have. First of all, I have these cool Bic markers that I bought at Walgreens one day for 89 cents. I couldn't believe it. I actually think that they didn't charge me enough, but I think it was a mistake. So, you agree, Jean? Yeah, Jean agrees. And Alice loves blending and shading. That's my favorite way to color. It just really amazes me what can be done with it. And I really truly believe that if you can really kind of get a handle on coloring with colored pencils, blending and shading, then you could just apply that to anything else. What do you think, Alice? Don't you think that Carrie says I loved last week? Yeah, I did too. It was a lot of fun. And what people posted is incredible, incredible, incredible. So if you're watching this and you want to see it on a coloring group, or you want to pop over to the Just Color coloring group on Facebook, and you'd rather watch it over there, you could. I'm going to pop a link over there, but you can't really comment if you're on that. You can just watch the video. You can just like get the link for it type thing. Okay, let's see. Hey, Bonnie Hughes. Good morning to everyone. Bonnie is saying good morning to you too, Bonnie Hughes. How's it going? So these are big intensity. It's kind of got a fine point, but a little bit of a chisel. I don't know if you can really see that. And there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 10 markers. I don't know how much they really were, but they were like in the 70% off section, like school supplies. Honestly, I think that she just kind of gave me a deal, and they should have been more than 89 cents, but I wasn't about to squawk at the price, right? And then I have Crayola crayons, my just 24 pack that are very well loved ones, but you know, as they say, broken crayons still color. I have woodless colored pencils. Just again, these break if you drop them, but there's nothing wrong with them. My pencil sharpener is kind of like taking the day off today, that's for sure. Then I have these Moped Color Peps oil pastels. These are really, really cool. And I've noticed Moped has been, I've noticed them on Facebook. I hadn't noticed them in a while. And I hadn't seen them around in a while. Sharon saying the technique was something new I learned from color alongs, and I loved using it. You didn't know about that technique before? Really? Yours looked really good, by the way. Everyone's looked really good. I have this nice little zip up case that a colorist sent this to me a while back. Melissa sent this to me a while ago as a gift. So grateful for everyone that just follows me and has been following me for all these years. Just incredible. I just have some Crayola pencils on this side. And then I've got some more Crayola pencils here. I've got some marker raffines, which we talk about these marker raffines all the time. And everyone says to me, well, what should I buy for marker raffines? And I don't really know what to tell you, because marker raffines, there's so many different options. I know that Sarah is a big fan of marker raffines. Sarah Thacker, I don't know if she's watching this morning, but there's so many different options for these marker raffines. They're a much more softer lead than usual. Or than the Crayola. Crayola is a very hard lead. And then I have a few of these little Faber-Castell Art Grip Aquarelle, which is really a watercolor pencil, just kind of floating around in this case. So I'm going to play with all the toys today and see what we can come up with, because this page is fun, and it's kind of like one of my countdown pages. Sometimes people call these inchies, but I'm just going to jump right in. I'm going to start out with the flower with a green big intensity marker, and just color this whole little section here. So just kind of a nice page to kind of play around with. What I do like about these markers is the tip. What I don't like about these markers is the tip. Let me explain. Sometimes you'll color with the marker and you will get what's called pooling, or the pulp of the paper will start to kind of like get like chewed up in a way. And if you really press too hard with these markers, that's what will happen. I don't use alcohol markers because I just can't stand the smell while I'm talking, because the odor of it just kind of gets inside my mouth, and I don't like to use those live. I do use them sometimes, but they're really just not my favorite. I saw a page that I think Rosa Ramsey had colored from my Gnomes book, and she used alcohol markers, and it was incredible. So I do like the effect of them, and a lot of people just really, really love them, but I'm really just not a fan. Oh, hello, there's Sarah. How are you? I was talking about you. Talking about your love of a marker raffine. Sharon says, thank you. Learned it from one of the initial color laws that was part. I thought so. I thought it was back in the day, right? I'm surprised that this set doesn't have a yellow. The other part of these markers that, see how it's kind of, well, it's a little pooling up a little bit, but you could use that as maybe to create some sort of a texture. Hey, Angela, I was just thinking of you, Angela, this morning and wondering, saying, boy, I haven't seen Angela around in a while. I should send her a message, but I guess I don't have to send a message anymore because here you are. So thanks for joining us, Angela. And I know that it's probably like the middle of the night for you in Australia. So that always amazes me. So there is my pink right there. And I'm going to mix it up, not just to for the, I have to take these out of the box. Okay. Just make a mess, right? I'm going to put some yellow here. I'm going to mix up the media amongst each of these little tiny drawings. And then maybe I'll give it some brown dirt that it's sitting on with the brown crayon. These are kind of cool pages. I thought about doing a whole book of this style pages with these and calling it, some people call them inchies. I don't know, it's not really in a grid, but it's more of just kind of like all around the whole page. There's just kind of all these just rectangles and squares with just little objects inside each one. I thought that would be kind of fun. I don't know. I'm working on the holiday gnome book, so we'll see. We'll see what's going on. Hey, Laura. Good morning. Good morning. Good. Sometimes I fall asleep. Well, you're allowed. You're allowed, Angela. I would fall asleep too. Although last night I didn't. Did anybody else have a sleepless night last night? I think I was up until about maybe 2. I don't know what it was. All I want to do is sleep. Does anybody else have that feeling? I'm going to take some white next and put it on top of this blue that I just used, which you got me what color this is. So I don't know. Someone's going to ask me, what color is that? I have no idea. Cerulean? No, it's not. See, my crayon's broken, so I don't really know. I don't think it's that one. I don't know what color that is. We'll have to pretend it's blue. I love mixed media style coloring and texture pages. Thank you, Alice. Sharon says, yes, this size in a grid is great. The smaller ones were difficult. Oh, you mean like Patchwork Frenzy? Yeah, Patchwork Frenzy was a difficult one to draw too. Yeah, that was rough. I guess I could do a whole book of all of these little things here, and kind of take something from maybe a bunch of different books, like different styles. I could have one that have all little grayscale illustration maybe on it, or I don't know. I'm creating the book in my head as we talk. Angela says, last week I decided to take a nap at around 8 p.m. and woke up 15 minutes after you had finished. Oh, well, I appreciate you watching this in the middle of your night, believe me. So I'm doing this with a red Crayola, this little lighthouse. You know, Crayola pencils get a bad rap, don't you think? People think that they're not as great, not as good. Crayola is a great product. I mean, why not? Why not use a Crayola? I'm going to kind of do something a little funky here and use my friend orange pale, light orange, it's called, light orange, for the sand that the lighthouse is sitting on. How about that? Sarah says, yes, and after this, I'm going back to sleep. Oh, you're talking about not getting sleep either. Oh, I don't know what it was. It was just like, I don't know. Just was a rough day, I guess. Rough day for sleep, or I don't know. Here's my Faber-Castell Aquarelle. I'm not going to get water because I'm too lazy to get up. Sharon says, would be interesting and fun to do pages in a grid like this for each of the holidays of the year. Oh, that would be a cool thing to do, actually. It's a good idea. Well, sometimes I do the countdown pages that I post for free as freebies. So they kind of this. That's what gave me the idea to do this. Are there enough holidays to create a whole book, though? I mean, maybe we could even like dig deep and have like I don't know, what's a crazy holiday that we don't really know about. The other day was what, National Daughters Day, and then it was International Daughters Day. Somewhere out there is a list that has a holiday for every day. Like someone was telling me that their holiday was National Mani Petty Day. How's the sound now? Because I have this new fancy little lapel microphone going on. It's like right above my head, and I don't really know if it's just like too loud if I'm like screaming into your ear. Sharon says, would be interesting. Okay, got that one. This is a great page to take somewhere when waiting for something or take on vacation. Oh, that's right. It's Yom Kippur. That's right. Today is Yom Kippur. You know, I'm doing my gnomes book in the holiday gnome one, and I'm really, really, really trying not to call it or not to make it Christmas specific. Does that make sense? I want it to be more of holiday, like the holiday season. So I want to actually include um, some gnomes in a Hanukkah type setting. You know, the sound is good. Thank you. Well, we could include some of the national days like Dog Day, Cat Day, Son's Daughter Days would complete. Yeah, that's true. It would. Sarah is right. This is where book ideas are made. You are right. It is. It definitely is. Oh, I was gonna jump over to this one because that's how I would normally color if I was just kind of hanging out by myself and jump around the whole page. But I won't do that to you. That would be just crazy talk. Okay. And then I'm going to add some pink, but I'm going to do some dots. These pens are really nice. These markers are really nice when it comes to use pointillism. Because it's got a nice tip on it, but then it also has that wide enough tip that you can kind of color a whole area. These would be good for Patrick Frenzy. Any type of small area you wanted to color. But they still do kind of like chew up the page. I don't know if you can kind of see what I'm talking about. They're okay. I'm not really I'm not raving about them. They were worth 89 cents. I don't know if I would have paid more. All right, there's my little one. That's kind of like a frenzy style. And then this one here is kind of like a floral mosaic style page with these little flowers. And then let's break out my woodless color pencils in their little Ziploc bag. Hey, good morning, Kathy. Is this your first time here? Oh, cool. So live color along. We're live. Anything can happen, right, you guys? The doorbell can ring. The dog could bark. I'm surprised my dogs are not barking right now. Probably because we were up until 2 a.m. and they're probably thinking that they are too tired to be doing anything else. You know, the dog needs their beauty sleep. So they're nice and quiet today. I thought that last night when we were awake, but we're not going to be staying up until 2 a.m. before every color along. Just not doing it, my friends. So anything can happen, Kathy. You can comment. You can talk about anything. The only thing we ask is that we don't complain while we're together and that we only keep things positive. And we never, ever talk about anything bad, right? You could do day at the beach, Lynn is saying, with different shells, fish, birds, day in the garden with flowers, day in the forest with the trees. This has endless possibilities, doesn't it? This type of book has endless possibilities. I'll have to add it to my list. What I am, one of the other things that I'm working on. So I'm working on the gnomes book for the holidays, and it's going to be called Holiday Gnomes, I think, because I keep calling it that, and I just can't get myself to stop calling it Holiday Gnomes. And then I'm probably going to do a calendar for 2021. Jean had asked me. Jean said to me a few weeks ago, right, Jean? Are you going to be doing a 2021 calendar? And every year I do a 2021 calendar. And I don't do a printed version of it because it's just too expensive. So I do a PDF. And I'll be doing another one of those calendars. I thought about doing a gnomes calendar, but I don't know if we're getting too much with the gnomes. You know, we don't want to overdo it with the gnomes. Here's another boat here. I'll do kind of a similar sky with this marker Raffine number 536. They don't have names on the marker Raffines, only numbers, which I guess is okay. And then I feel like this should be an orange boat. Sharon, what's Sharon's question? So your dogs are awake when you're awake? Yes. Complete. Well, mostly Scarlet is. Paisley just snoozes through everything. Scarlet is always awake with me. Whatever I do, Scarlet does. The other night we were awake and well, they're awake when I'm awake. I guess all of them, both of them are all the time. They're my they're my people. We hang together. Except right now they're not awake. Apparently they thought that they could sleep through this. How dare they? Is anybody else's dogs awake? Thank you, Lynn. Lynn's my voice of reality. Too much with the gnomes. Okay. Lynn's like when that Lynn's like when your mom says, "Are you really going to wear that outside? Like, are you seriously going to wear that?" Enough with the gnomes. Look, this is the thing. I have never ever colored an entire book of one of my own books. I've never taken one of my own books and actually colored the whole thing. I know it sounds weird, but I really haven't. Because why, you ask? Because I love coloring, but sometimes I'm gonna go move on to this vase now. I like to draw more than I like to color. So I've never colored a whole book, but I thought that maybe with the gnomes I would give it a try. So I've been coloring. And I've been coloring, and I've been coloring. And I've been posting them, and they are getting a lot of attention. But then I had to take a little bit of a break from it because I just really couldn't. I don't know. I just couldn't. I had to just take a little bit of a break. So then I started drawing some holiday gnomes, and I mean, I usually work on like 2-3 books at a time. So you got to kind of keep things interesting, spice it up, you know. I'll put some yellow if I can find it. You don't think you can ever have enough gnomes? Lynn is saying we need a new mandala book. Well, it's funny you should say that, Lynn, because the next thing I was about to say is that I actually do have a new mandala book that I'm working on, and all I need to do is the cover, and I think I could probably finish it tomorrow. It's a basic mandala book, and I was just thinking while I was doing it, I was kind of putting it together. And I was thinking, because sometimes I'll work on mandalas just like busy work, like just to kind of, or mindless, something mindless. And I was actually thinking to myself, do we really need another mandala book? But you can never have too many. So I am working on that. I'll probably get that finished this week. I have this theory that the more books that you publish, or the more books that will sell. I don't know if it's true or not. It's my theory. Then again, too many other theories. Never too much with the gnome, Sarah's saying too. Hey, Sandra, day at ideas. That's a good way to call it. It's a good thing to call it. The day at ideas. I didn't realize you were here, Sandra. I'm sorry. So what do you guys think about this new YouTube format? I kind of like it a little bit better. It definitely got rid of the whooshing washer machine noise. So that is gone, right? And then the video is crisper. Isn't it crisper? I have a new fancy schmancy microphone that looks like I'm on the news. And what else is happening? I don't know. All right, there's my little vase. Let's move on to the birdhouse. I'm going to give him a purple roof with a crayon. I just didn't know if there were just too many mandala books. Should it be square? Here's the question. There's the question, Len. Should the new mandala book be square, or should it be 8.5 by 11 with the mandala with a lot of space around the sides? That's I think my burning question right now. I'm gonna go back over this with a black marker, the little hole that's there. And then let's see what we can bring, if we can introduce some oil pastels, because they're kind of getting a little lonely back there. These are Moped oil pastels. See what I can do. Kathy is saying, oh, good. Let me know when the PDF is available. I will. I'll get it done this week. I'll work on it, see if I can work on it tonight or tomorrow. I'll probably work on it tomorrow. I like watching color on YouTube on my TV. Have you figured out how to see the comments on YouTube, Alice? Kathy says, make a book with gnomes in different gardens, a summer garden, a fall garden, one with Christmas plants. Just have the gnomes on the side and the plants as the main focus. Oh, that's a good idea. Did you see my gnomes book that I have out right now? The first one, because I have another one that's coming out. Here's my oil pastel, and I'm going to just kind of use this as a crayon. The holiday one is looking kind of good. But like Len said, enough with the gnomes. You got to move on to something else too. I got to keep it spicy. Right? There's another oil pastel. All right, let's move on to this guy right here. I'll use the same color here. What's cool about oil pastels is you can blend them together. And by that I mean you could actually take that color there. Here's a kind of a green color. These are cool, these the ped ones, because they have a little bit of a point on them. That's one of the disadvantages of oil pastels, is that they never really have a point. Usually they have just kind of a flat, or they more look kind of like a rectangle. So those are cool because of that. All right, what other color should we add to this? We need to have maybe a purple. A purple would look good on that. Let's see what I've gotten here. These are so, I can't believe how long I've even had these. And these Koh-i-Noor pencils, they always break if you drop them. If you've never used woodless colored pencils, they just basically, it's just the lead of the pencil, and then it has paint on the outside of it. So there's no wood around it. I guess they do last longer than a regular colored pencil. I like them. I have 2 different sets of these. They give good coverage. This set has blues. I don't really know why. What about a mandala puzzle book? What are you thinking, Trish? Tell me. Holiday gnome book will be great, Alice is saying. I hope so. I won't be done with gnomes. I'll still be kind of dabbling in it. Well, that's a good question. Square and mandalas with a lot of details, Kathy's saying. And Lynn is asking Liz commenting, whichever prints out easily on PDF. Well, I would say that the 8.5 by 11 does, right? So maybe it should just be 8.5 and 11. The price of the book makes no difference, doesn't change based on the size. So let's do this one in a monochromatic style with just the blues. I'll just use this one particular blue pencil to create different gradations, different shades or tints or hues. I can't comment when I'm on my Kindle Fire either, Kathy is saying. Yeah, I don't know how that works. I watch a lot on YouTube, and I have not figured out, I watch on my TV, and I have not figured out how to see the comments or the description. There's got to be a way. Are you watching this on a big screen, Alice? Here's just kind of a lighter blue, but I'm going to add some white on top of that, so it'll be creamy. And then I'll kind of put it on its side for this one, and then see if I can do a heavy pressure across the top and then along the bottom. Let's see if we can find white. I don't think I even have white in here. Let's see what happens if we mix a white pencil from Crayola with a woodless pencil. This is like the peanut butter and the chocolate situation. What are you thinking about a puzzle book, Trish? That's an interesting idea. Mandalas books are one of my favorites to create. I could probably create like, I don't even know how many. a lot of them. So there's my blue. This is Van Gogh, homage to Van Gogh, you know, in his blue period. All right, now let's play with our markers again because they're kind of getting a little lonely. And let's see what good colors I have. Well, I have this orange color, so that's kind of butterfly-ish. This is more of a dragonfly though, because see how he has like small bottom wings? That's more of a dragonfly to me. Boy, the bugs have been out a lot around here lately. The other night, so many little black flies. Whew. Okay, there's my orange spots. And I want to put yellow on the body of it. I'm just really shocked that this set of Bic Intensity does not have a yellow. Surprises me. It has red. Very, very odd that does not have yellow. Put yellow wing here, and I'm going to go with a purple body. Not sure yet. It's still percolating in my brain, Trisha's saying, but it sounded like a new, fun, yet possibly difficult idea to do in color. How about a word search coloring book? I don't have the software to create a word search, but I could try. Takes a while for me to do the word searches when I am doing them for camp, but I appreciate that, Cheryl. Nothing's off the table, that's for sure. Okay, let's see what other color to put in the background of this little butterfly. I'm going to go with this very light green called Green Yellow Crayon. So coloring camp is 4 weeks from yesterday. Can you believe it? Fall coloring camp. I know we're kind of in all different places, but camps remain on Facebook. Color-alongs are on YouTube, just to kind of give you a little bit of a insight to it. I have a coloring retreat. Can't even talk. Coloring retreat coming up on October 10th and 11th. That's a Saturday and Sunday from at 10 a.m. Eastern time. And we are going to be working with oil pastels one day. And next day we're going to be working with watercolor pencils. And we're going to be meeting on Zoom for that one. So that's going to be interesting. So if anyone's interested in that, that one is $15.99. What else is happening? Draw-alongs remain on Facebook. Just kind of giving everybody kind of an update on what's happening. Is that all I had to say about that? Let me see. I have a list. Color-alongs are on YouTube. Draw-alongs remain on Facebook. Camps remain on Facebook. Retreats, we're moving over to Zoom. And if Zoom's not going to work for us, then, I mean, there's always room for change. Kind of giving her like a little bit of a tan. And then I feel these are oil pastels. Maybe make the mandalas break into pieces spread out on the page, Trisha saying, where you can cut it out and either put it together, then color, or color and then put it together. Oh, that is interesting. They could be like exploding mandalas. Draw 4 or 5 mandalas, divide them into equal parts. Piece them together as a piece from A, B, C, or D. Each one so they are like Frankenstein. Oh, that would kind of be like a cubist type thing, right? Everyone always has such wonderful ideas. It's really cool. All right, so this is just kind of this lavenderish color. It's called Marshmallow. What a weird color, weird name for a color, isn't it? But I'm just kind of adding some here and there. And then I'm going to go back in with this purple color, which is called Aubergine. And just kind of add in the in-betweens where the spaces are that I did not catch yet. Along the bottom here too. And then along the top. And then give it some white. Whoops, that has some blue on it. We don't want that. Just wipe it off. Some white here. And then I'm just going to blend it with my fingers. So it kind of has like a little bit of a tie-dye look to it a little bit, I guess. Just for the background. And then the bottom, I'll have her standing on some grass. This one is called Jade. Pretty color. So give it a little bit of a jade color there. And then this one is called Green Gulf. And I'm going to actually add this color, which is called Dune, back in with this, into the in-betweens. And then I'll blend it again like I did with my background. I'll use a different finger. Gotta catch up with the comments. Sharon says, act for the sessions where I'm confused as to where we are. Well, it's simple. Let's just make it a simple list. Color alongs, YouTube. Draw alongs, Facebook. Camps, Facebook. Retreats. I'm getting distracted by Dawn's comment. Retreats on Zoom. Right? Do we need to have a song? Wouldn't that be funny if we had a song for that? When my that would be funny if we had a song. Create one, Sharon. Let's think about it. We could have like color alongs, YouTube. Now I'm gonna not even get the words right. I can't sing. Someone who knows. Hello, Dawn. Dawn. I can't keep up with Dawn. I'm glad you're here, but we can't keep up with you, Dawn. What's new? All right, let's move on to the lamp. I'm going to give it a blue shade. Here's my trick to keeping up with stuff, Sharon. Write it down. That's my trick to keeping up with things. People will say to me, I don't know, where is your accent from? Another planet. I'm in Rhode Island, so I don't know where it's from. It's from it's like a Boston, I don't know. How do we describe it, Sharon? Sharon's in the same state as me. Can I make the October calendar with the places to meet? Doesn't it say it already? Camps are on Facebook. On the book. I'm going to get the October calendar. Hang on a second. Scarlett, excuse me. Okay, so here's the October calendar. All right, so wait a minute, this is not the right one. Hold on a second. It's not the right calendar. Hang on 1 minute. This is not the right one. Okay. Yeah, this has the wrong information, but yeah, this has, look, this has color alongs right here. Color alongs here are live on YouTube. There's the October calendar, right? I sent you screenshots on the YouTube color along. Okay, I gotta wait. We could create a song if you want to, Sharon. That would be funny. Okay, so we've got color along starting on YouTube. Retreat right here. I'm going to write it down on my calendar, and I will create a new calendar with this. Zoom, right? Then draw alongs. We're on Facebook. FB. FB. Camp is Facebook. But I will create a calendar like this, and I'll post it on I'll post it over on my Facebook page. That makes sense? I hope. I hope it does. I don't know. Are we confused? We're going to try the retreats on Zoom. Hey, if it doesn't work, we'll go back to the Facebook group. It's not a biggie. You know, I'm not going to sweat the small stuff. But, and if we just need to keep it, you know, keep it with YouTube and Facebook, that's it. We don't want to make everyone too confused. Hey, when coloring starts to get, I don't know, stressful, not fun, then that's when I quit. So, if it weren't for all of you, it would it wouldn't have remained fun. So Let's do this one with the number 2 pencil because why not? So I'm just kind of adding some dark, heavy pressure there with just this number 2 pencil, Dixon Oriole. And then lightening up. And then just kind of a little bit of a kind of a darkness there, on the side of the pencil, just kind of for the ground. And then I'll just lighten it up on the top. The song would be excellent. I don't know if you mean the song or the calendar, Sharon. That would be funny. I'll do the calendar. I cannot promise a song, but I definitely would do the calendar. It's on my list for today. I don't know. After this, I'm done anyway. I'm not doing anything else today with coloring stuff after this color along is over. I usually stop it when it's time for lunch. Did anybody know that? I bet people didn't know that. People think that I'm on Facebook all the time or I'm online all the time. I'm really not. I usually kind of call it quits, like lunchtime. That's it. And then go out and then go off and do something normal in life. I don't know what that is anymore. Does anybody know what normal is anymore? It's tough. Isn't it? It's crazy. Both. Okay, it'll be a singing calendar. That would be funny. I don't know. In my own head, I can sing. Like I was talking to Alice yesterday. Alice, remember yesterday? I was talking to Alice yesterday, and I said, in my head, I can build a house. I can play any instrument. I can fly, right? So, I don't know. In my head, I can do everything. I don't know what it is. So in my head, I can actually draw anything, but in reality, I don't know. There's a lot of things that I cannot. So there's the ground. And this, I mean, maybe it doesn't really need a blue sky, but maybe we can give it a pink sky. Yeah, coloring is about the most normal thing that's happening right now. Don't you think, Lynn? Yeah, coloring is normal. I know. Well, then maybe I have to go do like the unnormal things. Tired of unnormal things, you know? I went to Dollar General the other day. I braved the elements. I don't even remember to this day what I needed to buy there. I don't even know what I needed to buy there. How about that? And I could have shopped more longer, but and have gotten a few other things, but I have to say, and I probably should have, because once I got in line, the line was down in one entire aisle. And I just said to myself, but why do I don't want to feel trapped in this aisle with these people. I like the stores where you can go and you can just have it picked up at the drive-thru or something, right? Lunch. Trisha's saying, try breakfast time. It's only 9:42 a.m. here. It's 10:42 a.m. here. Are you an hour behind me, Trish? Yes, coloring is normal. You're right, Bonnie. No kidding. I don't know. I usually eat lunch around 11:30. Maybe that is early. I don't know. I'm starving right now. How about you? But then again, Alice is going to tell me that all I do is talk about food. But talking about food and talking about pizza, Alice, I made the best pizza the other day that I've ever made in my life. I did a double layer of cheese. Let me tell you what I did. I bought this wheat crust, this grilled crust, and I had been buying it for a while, and then because I just wasn't happy with what was going on. But anyway, I bought this wheat crust and I layered it with some olive. First, I put some olive oil. Then I put a whole can of tomato sauce. And then I sprinkled it with some garlic powder and some pepper. And then I did this mixture in a bowl of frozen peppers, believe it or not. These little sliced frozen peppers that I've been buying from Whole Foods. and some chopped tomatoes, fresh tomatoes, frozen broccoli in this bowl, some garlic powder, some more garlic, some olive oil, some more pepper. There's something else. Oh, chicken. Some chicken, and I used some leftover chicken that I had cooked, and I popped that into the bowl, mixed it all together, so it made almost like it looked like a salsa type thing, and put that on top of the put that on top of cheese. So after the tomato sauce, I put cheese, and then I put that mixture on top of the cheese, and then I don't know why I'm telling you this, but it's fun because I'm thinking of it. And then on top of that, I put more cheese. It was delicious. I can't believe you're an hour behind. What part of Florida? Yeah. Do you think that's abnormal? I know. I can't stand going to the grocery store anymore, Lynn. I really cannot. And how about this? Does this happen to anybody else? Do you go into a store and they call you by name now? It's happening to me. I'm standing in the line at the in Walgreens, and they're calling me. Like, how do they know what happened? What is going on with that? I'm feeling violated. I don't know why. It's like a new thing. How do they even know? I'm not wearing a name tag. All right, let's see where we're at here. I have just the flour left. How are we doing for time? 10:45. Wow. All right, what are we going to do to this flour? I'm going to go back to my woodlands. These are my favorites, actually. I think that the worst part is in this bag, and it's making them difficult to even get to, but this is a pretty color. This is called Scarlet Lake. Love the name. My dog turned scarlet. Snoozing behind me. And then I'll use this yellow right here, this Marco Raffine yellow. And then the background of this one, I'm thinking this oil pastel. Lynn says, the only one who calls you by my name is when I pick up at my favorite restaurant. It happens to me everywhere I go lately, Lynn. I don't understand what's going on. I'm at the supermarket, at the deli. I'm at Walgreens in line. What is going on? I've never told them. I'm by myself, so no one's talking to me talking to me. So what is happening? Is this like a new way to make people feel like personal like a personalized service in the store? All right, here's a good example of blending the two oil pastels together. So here's gray, a good colorless blender. And what it's doing is kind of smoothing out the blue that I just put here. You know, it's not smoothing, it's smoothing it out. Okay, there we go. I don't think so, Sharon. Sharon said you become famous. I don't think so. Let's hope not. That's not my goal. Let me tell you, at all. Not at all. It doesn't happen to me unless it's someone I already know. Really? Well, let me tell you. I don't know what's going on. I just don't know. It's very, very weird. Okay. All right, let's see. We're done with this page. Let me just kind of straighten out my my stuff. My oil pastels are all over the place. What a mess I have created. I feel like I was watching this video this morning, and these people were making nachos on their kitchen counter. Talk about a mess. They have this whole kitchen island, and they spread out nachos all over it, and then they put every topping on top of it. It was the craziest thing. I think it was a TikTok video. That TikTok, I don't know. It is crazy, is what it is. I don't put my pencils in any particular order. No, my name is nowhere, Lynn. Nowhere. No one is going to ask for an autograph. Nobody knows anything about me. I don't tell anybody about me. You know, it's weird because, I mean, if we're talking about like coloring book stuff, when no one really around here in this area is into coloring. I don't think that they are anyway. I mean, very few people. And I don't know. It's just not they're just, I don't know how to describe it. They're not, people are not very can't some people just are not very nice around here. Sharon, what do you think? Do you think that that's just my imagination? I mean, you're nice, but it's very rare. I think it's a like New England thing. Body's laughing at Lynn. No, I'm just standing there, minding my own business, Lynn. Not even picking something up that requires a name. I'm just there at Walgreens. My paper towel. Or milk. It's crazy. I asked my sister if that happened to her when she goes to Walgreens, and she told me they're probably closet colorists. I think that they are. There are days I run into every rude person that lives in Rhode Island. Me too, Sharon. That's all there are rude people. That's what I think. They're rude. They are very, very rude. I think it's like a thing. You know, people say that people that live in New York City are rude. Like you have to have thick skin to, you know. People are acting crazy in public lately. I go out when I have to, but I'd rather stay in. Me too. People are crazy, Alice. I agree with you. Okay, now that we've determined and decided and come to a conclusion, like an official conclusion that people are crazy, then we have accomplished what we came here to accomplish, right? We've accomplished more than we think. So I'm just cleaning up my crayons. Let's take over because I can't stand this mess that's in front of me. Let's, I don't keep all my stuff out. I'm gonna get my tape though. Okay. All right, so let's see what we've got next. Next week, we have another live color along coming up here on YouTube for chalk pastels. Now, you might have noticed that I've done something different on YouTube, or I did something on my YouTube channel, and that is, oh, Kathy's saying, have you seen all the newer crayons, neon, glitter, pearl, multicultural? I have, and I do have the multicultural ones. I don't have Crayola ones like that, but I have a different brand. Lynn said it wouldn't be, the day would not be complete without Lynn saying there's a lot of stupid out there. Right, Lynn? Didn't we just say this the other day? So funny. You're right. It's like, I don't know, people. Be nice to your fellow man, you know? Be nice to the person that's next to you. Sharon says, I agree. People are crazy, and I can't put my finger on any one thing causing it. I think everyone is overwhelmed and affecting their psyche. I think so too, and I call it COVID crazy. That's what I call it. I could tell you some stories, but I won't talk about it on YouTube because that would be rude. But I could tell you some stories about some interactions that I've had with some people over the past couple of weeks, even this morning, actually, that really kind of blew me away and made me think, what is going on? So I just say, just be nice to everyone. And I don't know how else to say it. I honestly don't know how else to say it. So getting back to what I was talking about, there are a couple of things that I did on my YouTube channel. So first of all, please, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. It helps me continue to do all of these videos. It helps me to get more subscribers and have YouTube show everything. Please hit the like button, give it the thumbs up, hit the bell so that you're notified when I'm live. When you do hit that bell, though, you really should hit the bell so you get notified for all of my live videos. I don't do very many of them, but that's what will happen. So it's really important, if you are not a subscriber, to really subscribe and continue to be part of my YouTube community. I really, really appreciate it. So I have scheduled 2 more color alongs, and I'll be doing that every month for the upcoming month. So I'll be doing that like at the last week of each month. I'll be scheduling the color alongs on YouTube for the upcoming month. So here we sit on September 28th. It's the end of September. I can't even believe it's the end of September. And I went in and I already scheduled on my YouTube channel the next 2 color alongs, which are chalk pastels on October 5th. And then the next one is highlighters and colored pencils on October 19th. So you can go in and you can actually make a comment. I mean, you can click on set a reminder. So hit the if you just kind of click on my name at the bottom of this video, you'll be able to get to my YouTube channel and you'll be able to see what's happening. Plus, you'll be able to watch other videos that I've done in the past, whether it be color along videos or it be just flip throughs of my current coloring books. My coloring books. What's current? I mean, current, past, they're all the same. And I guess that's all I have to tell you. So that's the most important part, is to be a subscriber, hit that thumbs up button and hit the bell. I always forget to say that. But so here we are on YouTube. I appreciate you joining me, and I appreciate you following me here on YouTube. Gotta get back to these comments. Sharon is saying, I agree, people are crazy. I did that. Okay. Yes, we could share. I've had it happen to me in the past couple of days. Yeah, we'll have to spill the beans to each other about what's been happening. It's been crazy. Alice says, all the city people are coming up here and buying houses, and they're showing their attitudes. Oh, no kidding. Is that what's happening, Alice? I feel bad. Yeah, the city people can be a little difficult. Plus, there's a lot of crime happening here in this area, and that part really bothers me a lot. That it's just really, really bugs me. Thanks for the tip about the bell, Angela's saying. Okay, so thank you so much for today, everyone. We're rambling on to another chapter here, but I won't keep you. Thank you for joining me today, and I will see everyone next week on October 5th for the next color along. In the meantime, hope you can follow my Facebook page, Anne Manera's Coloring Books on Facebook, and talk to you soon. Have a great day, everyone.